Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about all the details regarding this week's new content coming in Grand Theft Auto Online as a part and continuation of the Cunning Stunts DLC. That's right, so there was a bunch of new things added today, as well as some very interesting comments left on Rockstar's Newswire, and that's kind of where I want to start. So the big gripe with Cunning Stunts, or at least one of them, is we got all these brand new vehicles, but we didn't get a new garage. Many of you, like myself, are completely maxed out with 5 garages, 50 total vehicles. And if you've been watching any of my live streams, you know that whenever a new car arrives, I basically have to select a vehicle that I don't want to own anymore to replace it. I've had to do that with an entire new garage. If you watch my video today, I had to go into another garage and replace 3 more vehicles. So it's getting out of hand how many I actually have to remove just to add new vehicles into the game. And that's been one of the biggest complaints, is that there obviously isn't a 6th garage when there's so many other properties in the game we can own. I'm not sure how many total there are, but I definitely know there's more than 5. So it would make sense if we had more than 5 and we're able to own more than 50 vehicles, but Rockstar kind of sees it differently. So once again, they stated this on their Newswire because there's a 20% discount going on properties and garages this week. They state the 20% discount on all garages and properties with garages continues this week. Just what you need to accommodate the 3 new vehicles releasing with this update. Now here's where it gets interesting. If you're already fully maxed out on room in your garages, don't worry. You can always use your second character in the shared bank account to open up 5 more garages and 50 more parking spaces. Okay, so that's extremely interesting. When I saw that, I was like, whoa. It seems as if Rockstar has heard the complaints about wanting a new garage, and I guess this is their answer or their solution to it. I have absolutely no idea why they decided to state this on the Newswire, but it seems as if their result is to not add another garage, but instead go to your second character. Now, the issue with that is my second character doesn't have much of a use, and I don't really use it. And I'm sure there's a good majority of you guys right now playing that either have a second character, but it's not leveled up, it doesn't have all the unlocks, and that's where the issue comes into play. So yes, technically through the shared bank account, we could go onto our second character and we could buy these cars, but because some of us would be lower levels, we wouldn't have all the unlocks for the vehicles, we wouldn't have all the clothing options that are all also available. There's just certain things at a lower level and on a new character that you can't do on your main one. And what I also got out of this is I think this is Rockstar's nice way of telling us that they're never going to be adding a 6th property or a 6th garage into Grand Theft Auto Online. Because if they could have, they would have done so by now. So the last time we got a new garage, I think was in Lowriders Customs Classics. It might have been Executives and Other Criminals. I can't actually remember, but it's been a long time and we've gotten a lot of new vehicles since then. And Rockstar have had plenty of opportunities and plenty of DLCs to add new garages, or at least a new property for us to own. Finance and Felony, you could have added one, they didn't. Cunning Stunts, they could have added one, they didn't as well. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this was Rockstar's nice way of saying, suck it up, use your second character because we're not adding any more garages other than 5. And I think 5 seems to be the round number that Rockstar is ultimately going to keep and going to use. Because if you think about it, in the Finance and Felony DLC, the maximum number of warehouses you can own is 5, even though I think there's like 21 or 22 total. So I think there's something with that magic number 5, whether it's round, Rockstar's OCD, and they like to keep it like that, or there's just an issue that going over 5 garages presents to the Grand Theft Auto Online economy. That I'm not sure, but it seems like that is going to be the scenario going forward. Delete cars, sell old ones, or move on to your second character, because I think this was a pretty strong hint that Rockstar isn't going to be adding a 6th garage at all, or what seems to be anytime soon. So that was kind of interesting, and that was on the Newswire. However, let's move on to something positive and some of the brand new content that was added in this update. So the first thing that obviously Cunning Stunts brought to the table was 3 new vehicles. So 2 sports cars in the Ocelot Lynx and the Class A Drift Tampa, and then a new motorcycle, the Western Cliffhanger. Now, both these vehicles are pretty cool, or all 3 of them, I should say, are pretty cool. I've done some videos and some live streams on them already. So if you missed any of my videos today, be sure to go back and check them out. So those are new into the game. They're pretty slick. They're the exact same make and model from the hidden files we found when Cunning Stunts released a week ago. So no changes there. But what they did add is some cool new races. So there's 6 new stunt races added into the game. Super races, races, muscle sports, bikes, and off-road classes can compete in the new collection of races. So the first one is Afterburner, which is a bike race. So Rockstar added this into the game for like 30 minutes or like an hour last week and then removed it. So this is one of the new races, Afterburner. It's got the cool rings of fire, which is kind of nice. The next one is Double Loop, which is a supercar race. This one is pretty awesome. It takes place like over Fort Zancudo, and it uses the new supercars, which is amazing. So I think that's a pretty great one. Up next is Forest, and Forest is a bike race, and it actually takes place through the Blaine County kind of woodland area. And I think on my live stream, I actually set a world record on one of the laps. It was pretty cool. Now, it was early in the day, and likely like only a few people had raced on it, so that's likely why I got the world record. But nonetheless, it was super cool. If you're watching my live stream, you know what I'm talking about. Up next is High Flyer, which is another bike race. This one's pretty cool. You're going over all the skyscrapers in downtown LS. Trench 2, which is a muscle car race. This one is kind of interesting. It's probably my least favorite out of the 6. And then last but not least is Zebra, which is a massive slingshot and vertical drop race featuring sports cars. So this one's great for testing out the new Drift Tampa and the new Ocelot Lynx. However, let's move on to some pretty cool things that were also added in this update. Rockstar calling them Cunning Stunts bonuses. This is going on through July 19th through the 25th. So that's pretty cool. You've got about a week to tackle all this cool content. The first of which is the silver jumpsuit. That's right. So as I guessed, there's going to be multiple different color versions of the Jock Cranley jumpsuit. And this week's is silver, which looks pretty cool. And you can see what it looks like on the screen right now. So that's going to be available in Grand Theft Auto Online. And all you have to do is log in and then go into your special items in your wardrobe and you get to redeem it. All you have to do is go onto Grand Theft Auto Online before July 25th. Now, as we touched on earlier, there was that 20% discount on all garages and properties, which is nice. So if you do need to upgrade, this is the chance to do that. And there's also going to be 20% off select cosmetic mods in the Los Santos custom shop. So Rockstar states last week's bonuses were all about performance upgrades. This week's it's all about aesthetics with 20% off spoilers, wheels, tire smoke, skirts, exhaust, and horns. So that's pretty cool. And those are some nice benefits and discounts you can use on your Ocelot Lynx or your Class A Drift Tampa if you want to upgrade them so you can make sure they are shower and not just a goer as well. So that is pretty cool. And really, that's it. That's all that Rockstar mentions on the Newswire. And I'm sure that's all they're going to mention for the upcoming week. But as far as things added, pretty cool stuff. I can definitely say I'm entertained by the new stunt races. Certainly entertained by the 3 new vehicles that were added. Only thing I'm disappointed in is that garage. But who knows? There is going to be an update on August 2nd, most likely. And maybe they'll add one then. They're just being really strange about the way they're wording all this garage talk. So let me know what you think about this update week in the comments section down below. If you did go on to enjoy the video, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. Without the way, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.